buyers have retreated, homes are staying on the market for a lot longer, and sellers are constantly slashing list prices. If you're just getting started, know that volatile markets sometimes create the best opportunities, but you need to be extra careful. I started investing in real estate 8 years ago. I had a little money and a lot of courage. I'm going to show you what I would do if I had to start all over right now. Hey everyone, I'm Leka Devatha. I've been an active real estate investor for almost a decade now and have done over 75 flips and own a rental portfolio in the greater Seattle area. You can connect with me on Instagram or LinkedIn. Also, go check out my website, rehabithomes.com. What's your favorite tip for new investors? Tell us in the comments below and make sure to like and subscribe to the channel to learn more about this topic. The most lucrative kind of investing when I got started back in 2014 was flipping single-family homes. I would buy homes for about 70% of the after-repair value and end up selling the flipped home for about 10% above list price due to receiving multiple offers, always making a 30 to 50K profit. Now, the landscape for flipping homes have changed quite drastically. High interest rates, buyer fatigue, high cost of labor and material, and permit timeframes make it quite a risky business to be in today. But I'll walk you through the steps I would take if I was a first-time investor in this market. Look on the bright side. When I first started, there was no Facebook groups, no Insta stories, heck, there was no social media. Want to know how I found my first contractor? This story is going to blow your mind. I would go to Home Depot and wait for guys to come to pick up material. And then I would hope that there was a contractor logo on their jackets. And I would either then walk up to them or take down their number and then call them. On my first flip, I had lined up 14 contractors to walk through my project. And the amazing thing is every walkthrough with a different contractor taught me how to analyze the rehab budget a little differently. So that's really how I got started. So given the current market conditions and current uncertainty, I and also most investors I know are spending more time underwriting deals with a lot of caution. Experts predict the interest rates will continue to rise over the next quarter or two, and that in turn will depress home prices and buyer demand. I'm making a deliberate shift to flip homes less and instead expand my rental portfolio. So when I first started, mistakes weren't as costly as they are now. You could underwrite a deal poorly, exceed your rehab costs by quite a bit, and then be forgiven for trying to save money on things like staging and landscaping, and yet get away with it because of the extraordinary demand for homes and how that pushed your sales price up anyway. Homes were flying off the shelves. In the greater Seattle market, 30 plus competing offers was just the norm. Sadly, all that has now changed. Buyers have retreated, homes are staying on the market for a lot longer, and sellers are constantly slashing list prices. Even seasoned investors that follow the rule book to a T are walking away with significant losses. Here's a funny story about my own background. I came from the world of fashion. I worked at Nordstrom Corporate. Had zero construction experience. When I first started, I didn't know that sheetrock and drywall were the exact same things. I didn't know that plumbing and electrical came after framing but before insulation. These are things I just picked up along the way. So if you channel your efforts into learning, even a bad market could work towards your advantage. Now, this is important. Let me walk you through my steps for investing in this market. First, you're going to need some amount of seed money, whether that is your own or whether that is borrowed capital. The amount of seed money you have will determine the asset type to invest in and also the markets to invest in. I like to invest in my local market, but it can be tricky. So if you're just starting out, these markets can be expensive for a beginner. If you must invest out of state, the first thing you have to do is build a solid team in that location. Once you have your market identified, start analyzing deals in that area. The main numbers to understand are the purchase price, the rehab costs, and the after repair value. When you have a grasp over these three numbers, start cold calling sellers, networking with brokers, and then start making offers because action trumps all. Before you have a deal under contract, you need two important partners. First is your lending partner, and in most cases, since the house you're buying is distressed, you are going to use a hard money lender whose rates can be 11 to 13% with 1 to 3 points depending on your experience. The second most important partner is your general contractor. I can tell you from experience that you should find your GC through referrals from your network and not off the internet. Then comes the execution part, and this step is crucial. It could be renovations, leasing, operations, so much more. You're going to encounter so many problems, and you need to become a problem-solving ninja. Only way to get through your first, second, third investments. I have used all of my learnings from each deal to create systems and processes that I now follow, and this has helped me save not just a ton of money over the years, but also save me a bunch of time. Here are some tools that have helped me create some of those systems. I use a deal analyzer to analyze all my flips and my burrs. I use a multi-family underwriting spreadsheet for my syndications and long-term holds. Other tools that I use are QuickBooks for accounting, AppFolio for property management, InvestNext for raising capital, Meetup.com to announce all the meetups that I host and networking events, Canva to create flyers and any marketing, and social media, namely LinkedIn and Instagram, also for marketing. If you're just getting started, know that volatile markets sometimes create the best opportunities, but you need to be extra careful. Find good mentors to shadow, solid partners to provide different points of view, and although people say that it is impossible to flip a house in this market or find good long-term debt, with the right steps, it is possible to still make profits and create cash flowing assets. So are you on board? Will you start from scratch? Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel to be the first to learn about new releases from BiggerPockets and also more videos on how to get started investing in real estate.